Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Beard Plays. I am the Beard, and it is a pleasure to have you with me today as we start a new series on this channel and a brand new game too. This is Transport Fever 2, and today we tackle the Cape of Good Hope. This is a custom map that is a recreation of the southern peninsula of the Western Cape of South Africa, which just so happens to be my home. And in case you haven't recognized it out in front of you, this is the world famous Table Mountain and Lion's Head on the right there, just out of frame, and Devil's Peak on the left, really in the foreground. And over here in front of us we have what is going to be soon a bustling harbour. We will recreate it. I think I can see some animals lurking there on the corner as we fly through into the City Bowl. I am actually now going to pause the game so that we can zoom out and have a look at what is going on in this bustling world. Right, we have Cape Town laid out in front of us. This is the City Bowl, and I have placed a lot of the suburbs that we are going to tackle. So we have Woodstock, Observatory, Pardon Island, Rondebosch, Newlands, Wynberg, Deep River. These are known as the southern suburbs. Out over here we have the seaboard, or the Atlantic seaboard, as it is called: Buckhoven, Camps Bay, Clifton, Bantry Bay, Sea Point, Three Anchor Bay, and Greenpoint, with the soccer stadium here where the World Cup in 2010 was hosted. Flying out over the peninsula, we have Llandudno over here, Hout Bay, two sort of nice suburbs that are really sought after in this part of the world. And then we have Noordhoek, which is actually my suburb. This is where I reside, and this is the real southern point of the peninsula, and this is the Cape of Good Hope, which some people mistake as the most southern point of the African continent. It is, however, not. Cape Agulhas, which is just a little bit sort of northeast of here, it's round about here, it's not on this map, is actually the true southernmost tip of Africa. But sliding up here, I have included on this map Gordons Bay, Somerset West, Franschhoek, Villiers-Dorp, Hohoek, Elgin, Bottrefeer, Claremont, Beatties Bay, Pringle Bay, and Royals. This is a bit of a sort of agricultural / tourist area out here. I also have Stellenbosch, which is a very famous tourist town, and then we have what is known as the Cape Flats over here, which includes Athlone, Philippi, Mitchell's Plain, Delft, Khayelitsha, etc. Then we have the northern suburbs: Durbanville, Belleville, Parow, Tableview, Milnerton, Brackenfell, Kuilsrivier, Kraaifontein. This all sort of constitutes what is known as the northern suburbs of Cape Town. Then out here we have sort of the outskirts of town. We have Klapmans Paarl, which is a very big town on this side of the world. This actually here is actually a tunnel in the real world that leads through, and this actually goes through to the interior of the country, leads straight north, and we will be converting this into a tunnel at some point in the game. Absolutely. Then right out here we have some of the more peripheral little towns that are going to help feed us with all the goods that we're going to need. We have Woesley, Sirius, Optiberg, Citrusdal, Tulbach, and then we also have some towns up the west coast here. We have Jezefontein, Grotto Bay, Melkbosstrand, and Blobergstrand out here, and then world famous Robben Island, which is where Nelson Mandela spent a good portion of his incarceration during the apartheid years. And then right up here we have Saldanha Bay, which is actually famous for crayfish and fish, so we will be using them too. Right, as you can see, this map has a fair amount of little towns very close together, so a lot of this is going to be some very intricate sort of transport systems in here, lots of passenger stuff over here, and then we shall branch out more to cargo as we reach out into sort of the outskirts of Cape Town. We do have a lot of mods on this. I have an enormous amount of vehicles added: planes, ships, trains, and trucks that we shall be getting on the road. I'm also playing a full sandbox, so money is not an option, and we also have the option to build new little suburbs if we so wish. This is, after all, a reimagining, and I think that we might end up doing that at some point. We also have the ability to change up the industries that we have here, which is good, because I'd like to place industries that are accurate. We can also change in the individual towns what each of them require, which I think we shall play with at some point too. So there you go. That is the introduction to the map, and let's get stuck in and see how much we can recreate the transport system of the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Town. So what I was thinking as a first step was to lay a passenger rail network. It seems like the greatest first step, since we have a whole bunch of little towns along here, little suburbs really. There are suburbs more than little towns, which are going to need some passenger rail and transport. In the real world, there's a passenger rail line that goes through here and it winds around the little around the mountain here and along the coast to Cork Bay, Fishook, and it terminates here in Simonstown. There's another line that goes up towards Stellenbosch through the flats, and one that goes up the west coast towards Milkbustrand, I think, is where it probably terminates. In the real world, we will probably take it a little bit further. And there's a line that goes through up the north of the current country, sort of Paarl, Wellington, cuts through there. Mostly freight and cargo in the real world, but we will probably put some passenger stuff out there too. All right, so let's get stuck in. We are probably going to be bulldozing quite a lot of these roads. As I said, money is not an issue for us at all, and these roads were here to give an idea of what everything looks like in the real world, but they are not stuck, and they are not stuck in stone, since this is a reimagining, and we would like to reimagine this as much as possible. I think I'm going to keep those there. I think that's some quite pretty town layout there, and those circles are there in real life, so I would like to try and keep those. I do think I'm going to get rid of that, though. There's a bit of a weird road in there. And I'm going to keep these over here as these big roads laying out here, although I think I might bulldoze them and try and fix them out and neaten them out at some point. In fact, actually, I'm going to get rid of them now, just so I remember that is something that we need to do. We do need to fix this. I just want to make it look a little bit neater and straighter. Like, these are straight, but these are just not. And I know it's really difficult with those circles, but I'm sure we can do a better job further down the line. But first task is definitely the train station. Now, the question is, do we put a line that runs all the way through to Hout Bay, which is something that doesn't exist in the real world, but it could be kind of nice. I'm not so sure if I wanted to cut all the way along the Atlantic seaboard here through Three Anchor Bay, Sea Point, Bantry Bay. I think we can service this with buses, but it might be quite nice to have a line that cuts through. This is Kloof Neck in the real world. This sort of divides what is known as Lion's Head and Table Mountain over here. So we could put a train line that goes through Kloof Neck, maybe even a tunnel, which could be quite interesting. Quite keen to try that out. So with that in mind, should we look at building our train station, our central train station, somewhere around here? I'm thinking that might be a good idea. Let's put our train station up here at the top of Cape Town. So let's go into, where's our trains? I was thinking of putting a fairly modern train station in here, maybe a 1980s style train station. Cape Town is an interesting city, in that it's old, but it's not that old. I'd like to try and mix it up a bit. So I want to try and put this roughly in the middle, because I think we are going to expand this train station quite considerably. Let's see if we can get the camera up above like that, and see if we can really get this in. I think let's pull this right up to this end here and start over here. This is where we're going to put this big train station. I think we're probably going to make this much bigger further down the line. How close can we move this to the road? It looks like that is our limit. Alright, let's have a look and see what that looks like. Right, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. Cape Town Central. So let's actually name that. That's Cape Town Central. Central. Ooh, my spelling is off this evening. Alright, so let's configure this train station. I think it's probably gonna grow over time, but let's have at least a double lane in here, if that makes sense. A double track to start off with. We're gonna keep the style going here. Did we manage to get that other platform in? I don't think we did. Oh, we did. Okay. It's just catching up there with us. I think it was a bit of a save. So Cape Town Central, that's the station in. Let's get some tracks in, shall we? Let's go to the tracks. Let's go through to the tracks, yes. Let's get the tracks in. These are some parks, which I'm excited about, but, you know, we don't want to get too excited about them. So let's just do that. And then for now, let's just do a bit of a crossing. Yeah, bit of a crossing so we can make sure that the trains can cross. Right, how are we gonna build this around? Because I kind of like those parks. Let's see if we let's see if we can let's get that out like that. And I'll see if we can bend this around. Let's bend this around. Not too concerned about the speed here, so we can kind of go, yeah, that's good for me. That's good for me. We keep it a decentish speed. Oh dear, that one didn't connect. That's not good. We do need it to connect. We do need it to connect. We do need it to be aligned. Alright, so we're gonna go out here. Let's see if we can bend it to our will, shall we? Let's go out here. We're gonna get rid of this road. It's not that important to us to begin with. And we're gonna loop, I think, around like this. Probably gonna have a look at building a couple of bridges later on as well. Right, so Woodstock is where we want to head to first. So let's sort of bend the line around and kind of get it in line with where we want to sort of head it, which is sort of down there. I'm happy with that. Like that, shall we? Yeah. Now, in the real world, there is a suburb over here called a university estate, Vredehoek. And I'd be kind of keen to actually include that in this. It's not here yet. So I'm thinking that maybe our first stop shall actually be a station over here, which will be a Vredehoek station. So let's actually go into our buildings and let's get up. Should we? I was thinking Vredehoek has been around for a lot longer, so let's try and get in a 1950s style passenger station for Vredehoek, shall we? Let's bend this around. I'd like Vredehoek to be slightly up the hill here. I'm going to spin it around because Vredehoek, I want it to sort of exist on either side of this road here, which is typically a freeway. So let's do it like let's do it like this, shall we? Yeah, like that. That's cool. Alright, in there, this is, we're gonna rename this Vredehoek. We'll rename that just now. Want to get the station up and running first. So let's get this double tracking in because we're gonna keep it to the double platforms. This is the 1950 platform, it is. And let's keep that style going, shall we? We can maybe come back and have a look at the style of these stations at some point. Alright, so now that we've got that down here, perhaps we were a bit overzealous with the bend of our track here a little bit. So let's neaten that out so that we can really link this track around properly and give it a proper sort of, yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Is that the wrong one? It's got to go into there, doesn't it? Yep, that's right. Okay, so that's that, and let's always make sure we double track that out. Ooh, that's not going to connect. It's connecting to the wrong spot. That can connect though. Okay, cool. So we're into the station over here. I think that's pretty good. Don't think we need to do some double crossings there since we're going to go straight through for now. Alright, and let's continue through to Woodstock. Right, so let's drop down to Woodstock first and have a look. Right, this is normally a freeway that links over here. As you can see, there's the road. So I'm actually going to go back and fill that in, I think. I think this is where are we? We're on the freeway. Large roads. That's this one over here. Large runway street. Which ones are we? We're out here. We're all the way out here, aren't we? This is the large highway 1 road. Yes, this is in this direction. Let's link that up so that we can keep those there. So just so that they're in the mind, as it were. Right. Having said that, I do think that I would like to put Woodstock Station somewhere around here. Let's see, Woodstock Station. I think Woodstock Station needs to go into this area over here. Right, let's get this good old trusty bulldozer out, and we're going to start, unfortunately, trashing some of the houses here. It's unfortunate that this has to happen, but we will grow it. It will grow. It will grow over time. Believe me, it will grow. It will grow over time. Right. Right, so that's again. We're gonna loop through here, I think. So let's figure out. Let's get rid of this for now, shall we? Let's get rid of this and this and this and this and this and this. We will figure out what to do with the freeway at some point. We will get it. We will reinsert the freeway essentially. Let's get back to our smoothing tools here and get this way out. Let's make the brush size a bit bigger here, shall we? So we can speed this up and speed the strength up here. Yeah, that's good. Let's flatten this all out. I like that. Okay, flat area. Bit of a flatter area here as we come into Woodstock. I like that a lot. Let's make that brush a bit bigger. Really bump it up here. Yeah. That's good. Okay, let's get rid of that brush. And let's think about the station for Woodstock Station. Let's go to the buildings. I think I'm going to stick with this 1950s station. A lot of these little suburbs along here are some of the older suburbs in town, so they would typically have sort of older style stations. Alright, let's have a look at where we're going to put this in. I think I'm going to put this in over here. And we're going to run the train station along the freeway, I think. We're going to probably have to put a smaller road to link out there. We'll probably make a park in front of this, I think. Or maybe we'll delete those roads and reconfigure them slightly. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. We're probably going to reconfigure those roads at some point. Alright, let's go into the configure mode again, and let's complete this station. Let's get our platforms out. We've got our 1950s platforms, and yep, keeping our styling going. And yep, this is Woodstock Branch. Okay, cool. Woodstock is here. We will rename the stations as we go along. Okay, so this out here is going to be Frederhoek, and we'll place that town just now. We'll see how that works. And let's go back to the tracks quickly, and let's link this up, because I'd like to at least get this down in this episode. At least a little bit of a line going. I think it's a good thing to aim for. All right, let's think carefully about how this is going to intersect with the freeway here. I think let's maybe do this, shall we? Let's maybe go in from the Woodstock side, like so. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna delete this, because I think that the best way to do this is actually to go down. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna skimmy under the ground slightly. Yeah, how's that? Yeah, we're gonna skimmy under the ground. Let's do that here. So we're gonna the roads. We're gonna make a bit of a tunnel basically. I think, can we go, yeah, let's do that, and let's do it to there, and let's flatten out. I think that might be enough for a freeway tunnel. Yeah, we should be good for a tunnel there. If not, we will have to do some digging. Okay, and let's now go up. We can go up. Yep, let's go up and back up to yeah, that long tunnel there. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We will do some decoration to fix that. Alright, we're going to want this one to go over to there. And let's bang this line in, shall we? And join it up. Right. Okay. It looks like our line is in. Our first line. Let's bang a temporary switching over here quickly. So that we can yeah, so that these guys can switch tracks. Let's make that a double switch slip over there. And I think we're going to do the same down over here. Just so that's going. Alright, okay. So it looks like we've got our first line in there with those 3 passenger stations, which is getting us up to a good start. But I think what we need to do is we need to put University Estate in here, or Vredok, but I think we're going to start with University Estate. So let's go small. Commercial is going to be no commercial. Yes, we can do commercial actually. There are good. Let's do goods. And industrial, we want construction material. How about that? Okay, let's do it. This little town starts over here. Boom. Okay. It's turned out to be quite big, that little suburb, but it looks good. I think it looks fantastic. We will rename it just now, but I think that the first thing that we need to do is figure out how our train station connects to everything. So let's bang out this. We get out our trusty bulldozer. Right, this is all gonna have to go. This is all gonna have to go. That's gonna have to go. That's gonna have to go. I think that's gonna go too, because we are now going to be getting our streets down here. Where's our streets? Yes, our streets. Right. Let's have a look at what we're going to be doing quickly. What we're going to do, let's do one of those small roads, shall we? I think that's a small street. Yes, or a medium street. Let's do a medium street out here, shall we? I think that could be the route forward. Let's see if we can get this out here. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? A good medium street running past here. Yeah, let's get that in. Okay, so link this up. I think let's bend this slightly around. I want to link it into there. So we're going to go through to there, like that. It looks pretty cool. And then I think this one will link straight into there, and we're going to demolish that. That looks like a good link through here. Yeah, so University Estate has linked up. It has a train station line. All right, same down here with Woodstock. We need to make sure that we're all linked up, so that we can start getting this line going and we get some passengers in here. Again, this bulldozer is just gonna, it's just gonna cause havoc, I think. I'm gonna get rid of that big street there, and we are definitely gonna whip out our smoothing tool. Smoothing tools. There's lots of smoothing we're gonna have to do around here. I'm very excited, I must say. I have a lot of assets in here to play with. These are a lot of the mods that I've downloaded. So we have even right the way down to small little benches and lamps, and yeah, we're gonna get real crazy. We're gonna get real crazy at some point. It's gonna be exciting. Okay, but let's get this in first. I mean, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Medium streets. Should we pick with the medium streets? I do kind of like the medium streets. It kind of mirrors what's going on here. So let's see if we can do the medium street like that, shall we? I think the medium streets link through quite well. I want to let's keep it like that, and let's bulldoze this edge. Yeah, we're really bulldozing here. We are bulldozing, but that's okay. That's all right. We're going to keep this out like that, and let's link that through to there, shall we? I kind of like the slightly more right angular nature of it. We're going to link that straight through, I think, right up to the terminus there. One building is going to be removed. But yeah, it looks good. I think that looks quite cool, don't you? As it pulls up there. Oh, nice. Okay. And we can link this through for now. That might change later. I think these guys are going, you're building on a freeway. That's not very nice. Can't be very good. In fact, let's get rid of you, shall we? You don't look very good there at all. Okay, so we've kind of got everything running here. This is a bit on the edge, and we might have to rethink this further down the line. I don't really like how this looks, but you know, things happen. So let's don't want to get too stuck with this kind of thing for now. But yeah, it's something that we need to pay attention to. Oops, we did not want to do that. That was not good over there. There's all sorts of sort of sand and everything there. Ooh, we're gonna have to flatten that out there, I think. In fact, that is a big mistake. Let's get this out of the way, I think. Let's get this out the way quickly. And fix that, because that just really does not look good. Like that. Yeah, looks better. Let's go back to where's our tracks quickly. Is that good? Is there going to be enough space for the freeway to do a tunnel over there? I think that'll be good, don't you? Yeah, let's do it like that. Nice to see the sand popping up through here, because this is, after all, reclaimed land, actually, in the real world. So I kind of like how that's sandy down the trench there. Although I'm actually not sure that is high enough for the freeway to go over. We might have to reconstruct that at some point. But let's not worry about that too much for now. Alright, so where are we going to put our train depot, we all ask. Now, I'm kind of thinking of putting the train depot around here. This is a little bit more of an industrial area. So how about we put the train depot here, and we actually have a train line that loops through to connect it all here. This is a bread factory. Maybe we don't do it right there, and we do it somewhere along here, and then we have a bit more factory areas going on over here. Yeah, I kind of like that. We're gonna have to figure a lot of this out. So let's scoot all the way along here to the end and get ourselves a train depot and spin yonder around, shall we? It's for now we're gonna put the train depot in over here. A temporary train depot, a temporary train depot, just so that we can get this line up and running. We will move this later on. I guarantee you that. All right, let's. We've got that double switch in. I want to get some traffic, some signal lights in. I'm going to go for these UK signal parts. We're going to do a left-hand side of the track maneuvers over here, because we are, after all, in South Africa, and we drive on the left here. So let's slam one out over here and one on the other side, shall we? Yep, there you go. So that governs everyone coming in. I think we should probably put another one over there and another one over there. So that's another set of signals to govern what's cooking over here. Maybe let's pop this one over here. Right, so we've got those trains coming out, and let's pop one in over here and there, shall we? To govern that little section. And let's pop one out on this side. We'll pop one there and here for now. And let's do one along here and in here. And then let's pop some in just before the Woodstock Station over there. And I think that should give us our first little line up and running. Right, let's create our first line, passenger line, 1, 2, 3. So Cape Town, Woodstock, and the Woodstock Branch, and we are nicely double tracked out here. I think. Are we double tracked out here? Why have we got a problem down here? I think. Do we have a problem here? Why are we not crossing over here? Where is the line? What is the problem here? Why is this an issue for us? We're double tracked all the way out here. Let's try 1 and 2. There you go. Okay, we fixed it. We just needed to change some train stations. The signaling was all correct. We just needed to change the stations that the trains stopped at. So there you go. We're all good on that front. So that's the first line out. I think we now should buy ourselves a vehicle. Right. I was thinking the electric trains to start with. I think these metro liners here are very much sort of like the trains we have locally. And they've got a good capacity. I think they've got a good 112 capacity. Let's add that. And they are only 50 meters long, which is good. Let's buy that train, and then we are going to add that to the line number one, which I think will start us off with our first train. And let's actually see it exit our station here. And this, my friends, I think, is with that signal there, is where this episode is going to round itself off, with our first train taking its maiden voyage down through to the first two train stations. I'm very excited to see how the rest of this goes, and I'm looking forward to recreating my hometown in as much detail as possible. I think this is going to be a long series. Couple of notes, if you'd like to play along, I have made a list of all the mods and assets that I'm using. I will leave that in a link in the description below, so you can hop over to Steam, download the map, and start playing along yourselves. And then if anyone has been enjoying the beats and music in the background, they have been provided by Harris Keller, which are awesome. Thank you for those, Harris. Until episode 2, where we shall continue to build our southern passenger line. Please stay safe. I am the Beard, signing out.